people that don't know who Satoshi is, can you explain?
So Satoshi Nakamoto is the creator of Bitcoin. He took, or she took, several different technologies that existed at the time and created this combination that provides the fundamental innovation behind Bitcoin, which is the ability to have global consensus on a distributed ledger without any third party, without any central authority, without any center of any kind. The first completely decentralized form of trust that is based on network, the first network-centric trust platform.
Right, which is a very important concept. So right away, you didn't think currency, you thought this is a network.
I read currency, but then when I see how it works, I realize, well, in this case, it's much more. And the reason it's much more is because if you just flip it around and think of it from a different perspective, currency is almost like an app. Like you have a decentralized trust ledger where you can record the ownership of something. Well, the most obvious something you can record the ownership of is a system of digital cash. But that's not the only thing you can record ownership of. And so once you read that, you're like, okay, you've done digital cash, but if you have this building block, you can make so many other things. You can register assets, real estate, do governance, voting. The list is endless.
Is this the blockchain?
This is the blockchain and its decentralized consensus mechanism behind it.
Okay. Which is maintained by people who then do the mining of the Bitcoins.
Yes.
And that's kind of how it's paid for in a way.
Right. The easiest way to explain it is this. If you are introduced to the internet in 1992, you may make the obvious mistake of assuming that email is the internet. And for a very long time, email and the internet are indistinguishable. It's not until 95 that the web comes along. And when you have two major applications on the platform, that allows you to see the platform. Until then, when there's only one application, you confuse the application and the platform. Bitcoin, the currency, is email. It's not the real invention. It's the first application of that invention. So Bitcoin as a whole is not just money for the internet. It's the internet of money. And currency is just the first application on the internet of money. And there is a whole set of applications that we can build on top of that. So when I read the paper, that's what I started realizing. This is a platform, and on top of it, you can build decentralized trust mechanisms. And currency is the obvious first application. And that alone is huge. Don't get me wrong, it's absolutely huge. But it's not even the beginning.
Right.